seeing angles and taking advantage of it.
But it seemed like as soon as he got the ball, you immediately collapsed to space, but you kept your arms down so that he couldn't rip up.
Yeah, it depends.
Most people don't guard him, man.
Yeah, it really depends where on the floor. I think, for me, I use my length, knowing that, he's big as he's a threat with his jump shot, stepping back. But with my length, I could, affect the shot. He's still gonna make some, but that's a tough shot to make consistently. And just knowing that, he really wants to drive left. And he's so crafty. As soon as you give him an angle, he's gone.
How have you seen Josh grow throughout this rookie season? Obviously kind of an exclamation point tonight, but Ryan said he thinks that he really saw him grow up. Just what have you seen his improvement and his growth process be like?
No, he's been great. He's been great. I keep telling him it's, the league is one of those things where it could put you down or it could, praise you too high. You just got to stay the course and, be true to yourself in terms of the work that you put in. I've been seeing him in the gym consistently. He's not overthinking the last few games. He's just making a decision as soon as he gets the ball, shoot or drive. And that's going to be, key going forward for his development.
What have you seen? I know it's your first season with Carl, but what have you seen out of him? And just kind of, he's talked about the struggles he's went through this year, and you see a lot of that's off the court and stuff too. But just how he's kind of, navigated this season.
Yeah, no, Carl is he's so talented. I think he's still got a lot to learn for the game, but he's so far ahead in terms of just his ability to score and creating mismatch and passing the ball. I think, it's kind of scary how much growth he still has to do, because of how far he is already. You just got to keep working on, his consistency. But in terms of when it comes down to the game, there isn't a lot of guys who just, offensively, he's that gifted where he could really, take over the game.
Is it nice for guys like you and Dario who cut so well to have a big guy who is so capable, I guess, of delivering those passes?
No, definitely, and that's what I mean. Offensively, I don't mean just scoring. He's really so gifted offensively where, he could pass, offensive rebound. He sees sometimes he'll tell us what they're doing defensively in terms of covering them, and we just gotta, execute. But he's really that good offensively.
You had some great stops on Harden tonight. Obviously, you can crowd him and get in his space, but was there something that you were trying to kind of take away from him, or specifically that you were trying to do to throw him off his game?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to score. He's such a great player, I think. Our game plan worked in terms of getting him to take a lot of shots, the lower percentage. But, he's the biggest threat when he's going downhill. Just got to get him to play, just sideways instead of downhill, and that was really the key.
Lou, there's obviously similarities between Ryan and Luke Walton because of their ages, and we have some familiarity with both. Do you see similarities or differences between the two of them?
No, they're just young.
Just young?
Yeah.
You've played like 73 minutes in the last two nights, and a lot of that has been, positions are weird, but at the three, theoretically, or something like that, you're guarding in space. Did you condition yourself coming into the season to be like a wing, or did you?
Yeah, I always stay in shape. Even last year when I didn't play at all in LA, I kept in shape and I stayed ready. It wasn't anything physical that I couldn't do, but for me, I love the game. I love playing, and I always, keep myself ready. Even in the summer, I stay in good shape. It's just, I enjoy playing basketball and I enjoy working out. So I guess that's, that helps a lot.
Is there a difference between getting ready to play power forward and getting ready to play small forward in this league?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a big difference. I think, obviously if you're going to play small forward on the perimeter, you're going to, defensive slides and tagging guys and closing out a lot more. If you're playing a big, you got to be able to get in there, play the screen and obviously, play tough inside and get rebounds. But it's totally two different games.
Right. Tibbs had talked about you almost strictly as a four in the preseason, which is why I mentioned it, because you seem like you're conditioning to play small forward right now.
Yeah, it was hard. When Tibbs was here, I know he seen me playing the past, but just like everybody else, he really didn't see me for almost a year and a half to 2 years. Tibbs believed in me to bring me here, but I don't think he fully believed in what I can do on the court just because he ain't seen me in so long. And I think with Ryan, he's trusted me and put me in the game when there was injuries, and I think that kind of shows that I could still move and play. With Tibbs, we didn't scrimmage a lot in practice, so it was very difficult to show. And we had so many guys that were healthy and capable of playing, so it was a difficult 40 plus game, whatever it was, to really show what I can do.
Especially after the season before.
Exactly. Even for the rest of the league, I really believe that the league is a copycat league. If one guy sits you down, it's going to take really someone who's seen you play to actually believe in your ability again, because it's such a league that produces so many players. So coaches are always in the hot seat, and not a lot of coaches got really the opportunity or the chance to take a gamble on somebody if they haven't seen him play. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's just the way it is.
When you first came here, you talked about how it was going to be nice to get that opportunity, and that opportunity you didn't have in LA. Do you feel like you didn't really get that opportunity here through those first?
Yeah, I really didn't. I think my opportunity was the fact that I left LA and Tibbs believed in me, and the Timberwolves. Even Glenn, I spoke to Glenn on the phone and he believed in me. And for all the other teams that I spoke to, I really felt, not everybody thought, because I played with Tibbs and there's guys that I played with before that I'm familiar with. And that was part of my decision, but I really honestly felt that they believed in me. And when I came here, we had so many guys and it was so difficult to get in a rotation. And it's so hard for coaches to switch rotation within the season if there's no injuries. And that opportunity really didn't come. And I just stayed the course. I just kept working out. And, you never want guys to get hurt, but when the opportunity came, I was ready and I was in shape.
With that Laker contract, is next year going to be about money or opportunity, do you think, in terms of where you're going?
I think, whenever it goes back to that contract, I think for me, it's so... I think back and, no matter what happened, if that contract is in front of me again, I'll take it.
Sure.
I couldn't really control the direction of the team after that. Is it a thing that I can't play? I don't think that was ever an issue.
Right.
And I practice. I think it's just the direction the team wanted to go. And the minutes that I was going to be provided, they would rather provide it to the younger guys. But I've never in my career tried to fight with words, and it was such a difficult situation because, like you mentioned, people looked at the contract, and no matter what I say, it's such a huge contract where people are always going to talk about numbers. I really never felt comfortable with the system when I was playing, but I've always been in a situation where if I'm provided time, I'll figure it out. I won't quit on it. But it just, like I said, the way the organization was going, it was very hard for me. And after that, when the fans didn't feel that I was deserving of the contract and the organization is going a different direction, every time I stepped out in the court, I just didn't feel the love or the presence behind me. And it made it, honestly, it made it a lot difficult playing basketball. Everywhere I've been, whether it was Chicago, Miami, or Cleveland, I always had love from the organization and the coaching staff, and that made it easier. And I realized, basketball is really, people might not mention it, but the more comfortable you are, the better you're going to be, the surrounding you are. And here has been, from the players, the organization, and the coaching staff, has been nothing but, positive, and everybody believes in me, so it makes it a lot easier for me.
So the opportunity here, maybe next year, will factor in.
I mean, honestly, I don't even want to think about next year.
Sure.
It's so much that I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to play. I think for me, more than anything, is just showing that I can move and I can play. That was my biggest thing. It wasn't about I want to go out there and score 30
Sure.
or prove it. My biggest thing that I wanted to prove is I could still play this game, and I think I've been so lucky to show that.
Just with the roster is going to get healthy here over the next 9 days. I mean, what is your expectation in terms of your role as guys get healthy? Because you've played very well filling in.
Yeah. I spoke with Ryan about it. I think for Ryan, he's got to make whatever decision is best for the team. And I think with guys getting healthy, for me, I got to always stay ready. I think Ryan always tells me this. That's a game in Orlando where I played 14 minutes. Then here I played, 38 and 35. So for me, I just got to have the same mindset. I'm just trying to win, but I'm in a better place now than I was, a year or 2 years ago. So I can't really complain about anything else from here on out. I've had my opportunity, and whatever is in front of me, I'll take, advantage of it.
Thanks a lot.